buying a house in Georgia, please listen to this first. But before we get into that, let's fix a coffee. Is this my normal content? Absolutely not. But I feel like it is my duty as a wife, as a mother, as someone who is begging and praying for God to work a miracle to get us out of our current house, for me to share a little information about buying a house in Georgia. Georgia is a buyer beware. So when you go through inspections and you do all that, in reality, it really doesn't matter, because unless you know exactly what to look for, you can buy a house that's literally about to fall down. I would be very, very weary of buying a house from real estate agents that flip houses, especially in the Northwest Georgia area, okay? Because we did that, okay? The house that we live in is over 100 years old. It was presented to us that it was built in the 1950s. It is not, okay? We've had confirmation from an inspector that this house is 100 plus years old, which I love some aspects of that. I love a house with character. This one just has a little bit too much character. So the people who were flipping this house, my opinion, okay, I think that when they really started getting to the bones of the house, realized we gotta just cover it up, okay? We gotta just throw some pretty things on there, throw some pretty repurposed tile, and sell it for top dollar. So that's exactly what they did. Another word of advice, this goes for anywhere that you're buying a home. Find a good real estate agent that is going to fight for you. Our real estate agent was fighting for that paycheck. She did not fight for us. We had to pay extra on things like the house we were selling. She did not care about the house that we were purchasing. She was in it to get the paycheck. But this is where it really gets me, okay? In the state of Georgia, because we do have older houses, you would think that it would be mandatory to get a lead test done. It's not. And why does that matter? Because now all of my children's lead levels are elevated. Thank God they're not to the elevation of like being in danger, but it is something that I have to keep an eye on. I go and get them tested every 6 months to a year just to make sure we're staying in that normal range. And even if they do get out of hand, you know what happens in the state if it gets out of hand? They tell you to feed your kids more oatmeal and to wash your walls more frequently. I'm not kidding. I called the state because I'm like, look, I want to get a head start on this. I want to know what I need to do to make my house better. Do we call in a specialist? Like, what do we do? She sent me a PDF and it literally said to feed your kids more oatmeal, more cereal, and to wash your walls with warm water more frequently. Also said to vacuum up paint chips. And I'm like, first of all, my house is not crumbling. There's just lead everywhere. We went to Lowe's and bought those little lead tests and did it on the walls in like all the rooms. It is literally everywhere. And it's because the people who were renovating the house, going back to that, didn't know what they were doing. So when they started tearing down walls, the lead just went everywhere. So in the state of Georgia, no matter the age of the house, all they have to do is give you a flyer. So when you go to your closing, they're going to lay down a flyer and it says, here is the lead test that you should get done. It has a number on it. And I'm telling you from experience, to find someone to come out and actually test for lead is beyond expensive and nearly impossible. When I was calling around, we had 2 people in the entire state of Georgia, 2 people that could come and test your house for lead. So the house that we're living in, no joke, it's a disaster. Like, the work that they have done is terrible. My kitchen tile, my bathroom tile, it is just so bad, you guys. The bathroom tile is breaking up, and underneath it, the subfloor, I'm not kidding you, looks about 100 years old. Like, I don't even know how the people who flipped this house can actually lay down at night and feel good about themselves, because I also know this is how they've done every house. Because you better believe I was reaching out asking people who've bought houses for them. This is how they've done a lot of houses. So if you're thinking about buying a house in Georgia, just know it's a buyer beware, okay? Because there's absolutely nothing we can do. I've contacted lawyers. When I found out my kids had elevated lead levels, I was contacting lawyers. I was contacting that one lawyer who like has the movie written about her because she's like doing stuff in Georgia about the water. They can't touch this because it's a buyer beware.